Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hilltop Pillbox here in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada. And it's the Italians on turn two. Let's see what they're going to do. Well, they got 28 bucks to spend, and we're going to have a cruiser at 12 bucks and three men at 3 bucks each for 9. So 12, and that's 21 out of my 28, meaning I save 7 for next round. All right. So here we go. We are going to bring 3 subs down here. And 1 sub from here can come through there. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to have 3 sneak attacks. You might be saying, hey, you could scramble, but there is no air base, so no scramble there. Buddy and Serenaka is going to head over there. And these 2 transports here are going to pick up these 3 units in Greece. Wish they hadn't gotten all those hits on me. I could use one more guy in there. And head over there. Of course, we're going to bring in bombards. And we're going to bring in a bomber. So we're hoping that we can get things picked up there a little bit. Meanwhile, actually, not a bomber. Sorry. A tactical. And I'll tell you why in a second. Over here in Yugoslavia, we're going to bring in 6 infantry. And a bomber. And these guys here. Okay. So this guy here has got 2 spaces left. These guys went 1, 2. They've got 3 spaces left. The bomber has 5 spaces left. So grab my little distance things here. 3 and 5. All right. So 3 for them and 5 for him, because they might be going into a different place. So we'll just wait and see. All right. So let's maybe start with Yugoslavia. And so I've got 6 infantry, as you can see, 6 infantry, and they're going to be at 2. Don't expect them to get hits, but then we're going to have 2 6s, a 7, and an 8. All right, so here's my 6 infantry. Hey, look at that. Good job, boys. So we got 2 hits with the infantry. So we'll just grab that and put that there. And then we've got 2 6s. 1 more hit. And then we've got a 7 with tactical. It's a hit. And the bomber's an 8. Another hit. So we did all right. That's pretty good rolling. So that's 5 hits on the Yugoslavs. So the Yugoslavs have 5 infantry and artillery and a fighter. So we're going to have 6 dice representing the infantry and the artillery. And the red die is the fighter at 6. All right. So we're looking here. Oh my goodness. Oh, we dodged a bullet there. So no hits from the Yugoslavs, and they absorbed 5. So I'm just going to take away this stack here. Okay, so that stack is now gone. And wow, we're lucky on that. I have no doubt. Talking about the great rolling that Axis Nellis has been doing on his economies, but holy cow. All right, so now I'm going to start at the top here. So a bomber at 8. That's what always happens when you start with your good units. So a 7. Yep. All right, 2 6s. Okay, so I got 1 hit. And now I've got 6 at 2. So I just need 1 more hit to finish off the Yugoslavs. Will I get it? And I will get it. I've got a 1 there. Okay, so that's 2 hits. And that's all that Yugoslavia had left. So they have an artillery at 4 and a fighter at 6. So the yellow will be the 4. So a 10. And they did get a hit with the 2. So we're going to peel off 1 fella for Italy. He's going back in the pile. And Yugoslavia becomes Italian. Okay. Which is not too typical in this game. I thought I'd give it a whirl. I'm just having some fun here, and win or lose, I've got to figure out if certain strategies are going to work. All right, over here we're going to have his destroyer sees 1 of my subs, but my 3 other subs are all going to get sneaks. Now, unfortunately, they're not as powerful as the German U-boats, but so we got 3 at 4. Okay, so we got 1 4. So the destroyer is going to get sunk and not have a shot back. And this destroyer actually came from Far East Command in the first round. And then he kind of stuck around to cause grief. And now the final one. This is the one that I really was hoping I win, but we'll see what happens here. So we've got 1 at 2. We've got 2 at 3. Now, this is usually a 5 with the Italians because their tanks kind of stink. But because it's paired with the tactical, it's up to a 6. So we've got a 4 bombard, a 6 bombard, a 2, 2 3s, a 6, and a 7. All right, so we got 2 3s and a 2. Okay, so 2 3s and a 2 to start off with. Okay, so we got a 3, so that's 1 hit. And then we've got the 6. We got 2 6s, the bombard and the tank. So 2 6s with the bombard and the tank. So we got 1 hit, 2 hits. That's pretty cool. And then we've got the tactical at 7 and the other bombard from the cruiser at 4. So the red is going to be the 7, the yellow will be the 4. Okay, well, the red missed, but the yellow hit. So we got all 4 of these guys, and they behave like regular infantry in defense. So they're going to defend at 4s. And here we go. Okay, well, for those of you doubting that there's actually like 1s and 2s and 3s on these things, they do exist. I have no idea why I'm rolling so well here. This is not typically me. So there you go. Yeah, so the French Foreign Legion has been removed from the Italian holdings in Africa, which is always nice. So we're going to do that. And this guy has 2 left because he came from here. 1, 2, 3. He has 2 left. So we're going to put him into Tobruk. Okay, he's going to go into Tobruk. All right, so that's done. Oh! I screwed up. But nothing to be done for it now. I wanted to take Tunisia, and I didn't. Oh, well, what can you do? I was going to actually bring... you know what? they got no hits, so maybe I should have. But anyway, stop second-guessing yourself now. You forgot, dummy. All right, here we go. We've got 2 at 2 versus 1 at 4, because they're definitely dying next round with all this firepower coming at them. So we might as well head out and see if we can't win a buck. Here we go. All right. So here we go. 2 at 2. No. 1 at 4. No. 2 at 2. Nope. 1 at 4. Okay, that's a hit. So we're not going to go any further. No sense letting them walk in. And we will take away that. All right. Well, despite my... Well, I don't know if I could have taken that anyway. So we're going to get rid of all these red arrows and yellow tokens here. And then we have some blue arrows, which got bumped, obviously. All right, so non-com, he moved there. Non-com, he's going to move there. And all these subs are now stuck here. And the Italians, as they look things over, say we have got to bring our destroyers over to here. Bulk that up a little bit. The bomber is going to move back to Taranto. And these fighters, I think they're all going to go back to Taranto. We've got a new boat coming in here. Oh, and we have to roll for the Yugoslav destroyer. So 1 to a 2, it becomes Italian. 3 to an 8, it gets scuttled, and 9 to 12, it becomes an allied unit. It goes to the nearest allied port, which in this case would be Tunisia. So it would come here, and it would sit here, and then basically spoil one of my NOs. So 9. Oh, come on. Jeez. That's the last thing I needed. That cost me $5, that stupid roll. All right. Yeah, so that is a British, a British destroyer that will be there in C-Zone, what is that, 45? C-Zone 45. Okay, so the Brits get a free destroyer there. All right, so just time to kind of claim the land. Here we go. All right, and then we'll have to adjust our numbers here. There we go. That guy moved down there. All right. So we're going to put our build on. So we got 3 men, of course, going into Tobruk, and the cruiser. We're going to put the cruiser right there. All right. I think that's pretty much it. All right. So now the money. So Italy typically has $26 to start, but they're down 1 here, 25. And I think that's all they're down in Africa. And then here they're up 2, so that's up to 27. And then they're up 4, that's up to 31. And I don't think they have, no, they don't have those NOs. Cursed dice. All right, but you know what? The dice are pretty good to me there. I didn't lose a lot of units, so that's always handy. It's worth a lot more, I guess, than $5. So that's enough whining about the dice. Okay, so Italy then has 30. Did I say 31? Shoot. Stop monologuing. So we're down 1, but then we're up 6, so we're up 5 on 26. That's 31. No bonuses. So $31. I saved 7, pardon me. So 31. So I'm going to have $38 to spend next round. Just going to get that out right now before I forget. So here's 30 and 1. So we have 31 coming in, and that's that. Trying to find chips with numbers on them that don't cost a fortune. And I found some, but they were sold out. So hopefully not too long from now, we'll be able to rectify that situation. All right, so at the end of round 2, here we have our excellent scorekeeping thing here. We go for Italy is now at 31. Okay. And the Germans 66, Japan 52. And as we can see here, the Russians in 2 rolls got $34. So they could be in the war next round. It's too early to attack them, but they can certainly be in the war next round. And that's just downright, that's crazy. But if he rolls poorly, like if he rolls a 6 or something, okay, I got another turn to build up for Germany. Otherwise, we're in a little bit of trouble on the Eastern Front in one particular area. The Brits are doing very well. Canada's doing very well, even though they're both getting convoyed a little bit. Anzac doing well. America's rolling the lights out as well. China is actually, this should read 17. China has $17, which is huge. And Far East Command is rocking it with $43. So, yeah, we're going to see if Germany can kind of get things in order over here. Things are looking pretty good in the oceans. We're doing okay there. And, yeah. Well, hello, folks, and Panzer King is at it again, I tell ya. He sent me this this wonderful setup here. This is for specifically for the 1936 Global War from Historical Board Gaming, and it is just gorgeous. This is, of course, the Deutsch Afrika Korps, and he sent it to me in this nice case, and he laminated the color picture for the expansion set. And it is just marvelous. And of course, he got these subs, painted them all up really nicely, and just mounted them on there's some foam on the back, so you're not going to scratch the board. and then a plastic plate. And he got the different more infamous U-boats here all lined up. So that is going to be fun to play with. And of course, the aircraft here are all magnetized, ready to go. Most of my stands are being used right now, so I just put the, I think it's an 88, Ju-88 on there, I think. If I'm wrong, let me know. Yeah, you've got all your variety of different vehicles that you can get in 1936. Even anti-aircraft, even some minor factories here. Look at that. And lots of vehicles, artillery, and then of course cavalry. And you got your mountain troops and your Marines and your militia and infantry. It's just gorgeous. So Panzer King, once again, sir, you continue to just show amazing support here for the community and specifically for the Hilltop Pillbox. And folks, I'm slated to go up there when we have the spring offensive sometime, hopefully in March of 2021. As we know, nothing is for certain. And of course, last year we had all planned to go and we had people coming from around the continent and that didn't happen. But as long as our BC government doesn't shut down total travel by then, you can't even leave your own municipality, which I think would be tough to do. We're hoping we can really get up to PG, up to Prince George, and really have a great time there with Panzer King and General Hand Grenade and some of the others who are involved. Jinx is one of the other ones who's involved and done a lot of work on the trophies and the medals and just the entire setup. So it's going to be fantastic. And 36 version 3, I haven't even had the pleasure of playing yet, so I got to get some studying done and try to somehow by hook or crook get somebody over here to do a game. So all right, folks, well, we are on now to Germany's turn, and we'll let you know how it goes right after this. All right, here we are ready with Germany's turn, and we're going to try some funky things here and see if they work. Again, it's all about having fun and seeing if things work out. At the start of round 2, though, all the minor powers get an extra infantry. Now, so I got Brazil here, all the minor pro-allied and pro-axis. Now, I don't even have Argentina set up. Because I use this area quite a bit to put books and rule sheets and things down. So it's kind of empty. If it ever comes up that Axis and Alloys, my worthy opponent, if he ever decides to liberate Brazil and then come in, I'll make sure that I set stuff up there before it gets killed. But every 2 rounds, you get an extra one. So Brazil, they started with 3, now they have 4. And of course, Iran and Iraq. Iraq is pro-Axis, Iran is pro-allied, and so they've gone up. Iraq now has 2, and Iran has 3. All right, so here we go. Lots of fun stuff happening here. It won't take too terribly long to do, though. So we've got, you see there's a British destroyer in here. Well, how the heck is there a British destroyer? Well, if you watch the Italian part of the video, you know that was a Yugoslav destroyer. We rolled, got a 9, which made it British, and so it comes to the nearest friendly port, which is British. And it sits there. Of course, there's no combat because the combat moves are over. So the Germans are going to send over a destroyer to try to take care of the British destroyer. But they're also going to use a couple of Strat bombers here. Because why not? Because we want to hopefully kill this thing. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, they've got 2 spots left in the fuel gauge. Okay, so that's all that's going on down there for battle. Now let's move up this way. Oh, I guess I'll do the build first. I had $66 to spend, or 68. No, 66, I believe. Anyway, we've got 4 mech, 4 artillery for 32, because they're all 4s and there's 8 of them. And then we've got a King Tiger we're building. It's $7, and it packs a wallop, let me tell you. So that's 7 there, so that's 39. We've got 2 subs for 10, that's 49. And then we've got a $15 naval port for 64 and saving 2 for 6. Finland gets a man, Hungary gets a man, Romania gets a tank, and Bulgaria gets a mech. Now these 6 dice have to do with some strat bombing we're going to be doing. All right, you're saying, well, I thought you're using your strategic bombers. Well, we are, and we'll get to this in just a second. Over here, we have our 3 subs, and Axis and Alloys built 3 Canadian destroyers, and he said, I hope he takes the bait, and I'm definitely taking the bait. Could be foolhardy, but we're going to do that. And this guy's coming from the convoy zone into here, so there's 4 subs, which means the Canadians now make their $3 back each round. They're gone. All right. Now we're going to come over here, and I'm going to just spin my phone around a bit here, so it's upside down to me, but right side up to you, I hope. And I got some blue non-coms, but we do have some attacks. And I was talking about the strat bombing attacks. So we have here, we've got, with an air base, we've got 2 tacticals. So they're going to go 1, 2 into, oh boy, where was I filming? I wasn't even looking. So they came from Western Germany. They go 1, 2 into Liverpool. Now there are no fighters in Liverpool. Axis and Allies moved them all to London. Probably a little worried about possible sea line, because they do have a transport here and lots of air power that could reach. So he decided to bulk that up. No harm, no crime in that. I've got another one in Bavaria. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. So it only has 2 spaces left. And then I've got 3 here in Czechoslovakia. Okay. And they're going to go 1, 2. Oh, wait a second. Maybe they can't make it. I thought I reduced out so they could make it 1, 2. You know what? I think I messed that up. So yeah, they're not coming. I think I missed a line or something in there. All right, no worries. So we still got 3 tacticals coming in. I guess we won't be dealing too much damage, and that's if they survive. On the plus side, it's less shots he's going to be taking at me. All right, so this guy has 2 spaces left, and these 2 have 3 spaces left. And that is all of the attacks that we are doing. So maybe we'll start with the strategic bombing. And we'll just grab some dice over here. And we'll start with that. Just get that out of the way. All right. So he has 3 AAA shots at me. And I am targeting one of the planes that survives will be targeting that AAA. That you don't have to say which is doing what, but it's because they're all pretty much the same plane here. So here we go. So here are his 3 AAA shots. Okay, so we got an 11, 6, and an 8. Okay, so no hits on the AAA. I don't know why I call it AAA. It's not AAA. Anyway, I got in a bad habit now. Anyway, so that's going to be gone. That's an auto kill. And then to decide how much is going to get onto the factory, you roll 1d6 for each plane, and there's no addition or anything. So, oh, that's pretty good. So that's going to be 10 damage on the factory in Liverpool. So I'm just going to grab a blue chip. Blues are 10s, and we will put that on the factory in Liverpool. Okay, so that's 10 damage, so it can't produce anything. Not that he would, and he might never produce anything, but hey, fun to bomb stuff. All right. Hey, let's do this one here. This is a very important one. So if the Germans mess this up, Canadians are going to have free reign. So there are 3 destroyers and 4 subs, which means I'll have 1 sneak attack at a 5. I got an 8, so nothing there. So I got 3 more regular attacks at 5. And I got 2 hits. Okay. So 2 hits. Put that there. So 2 hits. And he's got 3 back at 4. Okay. So he got 1 hit. Okay. So one of my subs goes bye-bye. And 2 of his destroyers, pardon me, go bye-bye. So now I have 3 subs, and he only has 1 destroyer. So that's going to be 2 shots at sneak attack at 5. Not even close. And the other one at 5. With a miss. So the Canadians roll for a 4. Nothing there. Okay, so another round here. Again, 2 sneaks at 5. Okay, so we got a 3. So that's going to sneak the destroyer. So the tribal class destroyer. I don't know if they were using tribal this early, but anyway. There you go. So that's that. And then the final battle is this one here. So I'm going to have a 4 for the destroyer and then a couple of 8s for the bombers. Okay, so a 4 is the yellow and the bombers are the dark green ones. Okay, so yeah, it's close, but we did get 1 hit. That's all we need. And then he comes back with a 4 and nothing there. All right. So that free Yugoslav destroyer, although annoying, didn't end up costing me any units. Okay. And I think that is it for attacks. And I'm going to do all my non-coms now. So these planes have 2 left. They're going to go to Taranto, of course. Nice airbase there. It's gone. This destroyer is going to come down here, obviously to serve as a blocker. That's all gone. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. Okay, so I think all the movements down there are done. This mech is going to zip right up to Romania. So let's put him in Romania. And all of these units are going into Romania, including the anti-aircraft gun. These 3 Hungarians are moving in. I'm just gonna move all this stuff and then I'll pause the video and then chip everything. This tank is gonna come in to Romania. Romania gets crowded on round 3, or well, at the end of round 2, I guess. These 3 fellows are gonna march over. These 3 mechs are going into Romania. These 5 tanks are going into Romania. And all of these aircraft, actually, they don't have to go anywhere. So what we're going to do with those aircraft, because they can still reach what we want, we're going to move them up to Stettin. Okay. And wreck everything on the way through. And these 2 tanks are going to move up to Elbing. Get rid of that. Guess that guy was in Czechoslovakia, so he'll move into Hungary. Yeah, so all those aircraft have gone up to Stettin. Here we have these 3 mechs in Bavaria. I'm going to zip on over. And I guess we'll go into Poland. This fighter in Bavaria, we'll bring him down to Romania. There we go. Okay, then I got to come around the other side here. All right, I think I had a little bit of a hiccup in the filming there, but we're moving on now. Get rid of, oh no, these 4 mechs in Normandy will go 1, 2 over to Bavaria. Get rid of those blue. My destroyer come up here. My cruiser will come up here. And then I got to make a decision what to do about these subs. And I think what we're going to do is this sub, he can move 3 because of the naval port. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to slap that convoy back on the Canucks. Okay. Then we've got these 2 subs here. They can move 3 as well. But I got to make sure that these British destroyers over here. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's just going to cause me grief because they'll get sunk easy with all those planes. And that's the one thing about the Germans, right? If they start getting a bunch of destroyers, then your U-boats are kind of hooped. So we'll go 1 and 2. And we'll go 3 up to Iceland. We'll just hang out up there for a little while and maybe can cause some grief in a little bit. This transport is just going to come by here and sit there. Okay. And those guys are going to stick around. These 2 fighters. think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one fighter in Normandy. And we will... Actually, maybe we'll put both fighters in Normandy. We'll put both fighters there. Okay. I think that's all the stuff I can move for Germany. So I'm just going to tidy this up a little bit. That's a hot mess over there. So I'm going to clean it up, and then we will let you know our final tally. And I'll also do a tally for the Italians, because I neglected to do that, I believe, on my Italian turn. That was yesterday, but I think I didn't do that. So I'll do an Italian run through. So just give me a minute and we'll get this tidied up. Okay, so quick change. I had moved subs from here up to here, figuring, hey, they can make it, but they can't because it's 3 spaces, and of course it can only move 2. So we just moved them both here into the English channel. Yeah, now we're going to put our builds on. So, of course, the fins, you just get a dude up like that, and we'll move the other dude forward in a non-com. Pretty typical stuff there. The Hungarian, he's going to go there. Romanian tank. And a Bulgarian mech. Okay. My 2 subs are going to go right there. My other, I have 8 units plus that for 9. They're all going to go into Romania. So it's very rarely do you have spaces that don't hold everything in this game, and I can probably move things around a little bit. And for what it's worth, I could stack up all these infantry and just have the exact same, like use all German troops for it. But I kind of like the multinational feel, so we'll keep rolling with that. All right, so we'll do that. Oh, for Pete's sake, these little tanks are light. All right, I did also move a couple more AA guns around as I noticed I'd need them. So, all right, so what I'm going to do right now, we had these 4 in here. I added 4. I'm going to chip that one out. So now we know that there are now 9, and I chipped that one German tank that came in, so now there are 6 German tanks. All right. Okay, so here we go. We're going to give a rundown of Italy and Germany. So we're going to start with Italy. And got to put the tiger. Now I know this is a King Tiger because it's a different sculpt. But what I do, just so people know that it's a special tank, it's not an SS tank like an SS Panzer, because those I use the regular sculpts for. But this will just help denote the fact that it is a big honking King Tiger. Now the thing about the King Tiger, $7, tax at a 9, which is pretty sweet. But it can move 2, but it cannot blitz. Okay, so that's the one thing that kind of holds it back a little bit. And the last thing we have to put on, of course, is a naval port, which is going to go on in C-Zone 17, where West Germany is. So that's in C-Zone 17, where West Germany is. Okay, so here we go with the Italians, and then we'll add up the German money and take care of that. I think German money is pretty much exactly what it was last time. Here we go, the Italians. We have 1 fella in Italian Somaliland. We have a tank, 2 infantry, and an artillery in Tripoli. In Cyrenaica, we have 1 man. In Tobruk, we have a tactical, and we have 5 infantry and a fortification and a minor factory. C-Zone 45, we have 2 transports, 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, and 3 destroyers. In C-Zone 47, we have 4 subs. C-Zone 41, we have a single cruiser. In Taranto, we have 2 fighters, 1 tactical, and 1 strategic bomber. In Yugoslavia, we have 5 Italian infantry. Okay, so that's it for the Italians. For the Germans, we have the Graf Spee down here in the British convoy zone for 2. We have a destroyer in 46. We have a destroyer in 45. We have 2 bombers in Trento. We have 2 submarines in 37. 2 infantry in Bordeaux. I'm just going to swing around because, golly, this is a big map. All right. Oh, pardon my thumb in the way there. All right, here we have 3 subs in 21. We have 1 U-boat in the convoy zone for Canada. In Sea Zone 24, we have 2 subs. In Normandy, we have 1 infantry and 2 fighters. In Western Germany, we have 2 artillery, 2 men, and 1 tactical. In Sea Zone 17, we have a battleship. We have 2 cruisers. We have 4 subs. We have 4 destroyers and 2 transports. In Stettin, we have 2 fighters and 5 tacticals. In Bavaria, we have 4 mechanized infantry, mechanized vehicles. All right, we'll move up here. We have 1 Fallschirmjäger, paratrooper in Torin. We have, I didn't count this. I think it's 15 now. 1, 2, 3, 5. Sorry, I should have done this before. So that's 10. Is that 10? Good grief. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so that's 10. Plus 3 more chips is 13. 14, 15 infantry. And 1 artillery. In what's this called? Viipuri, I think. Helsinki has 1 new infantry division and a fighter. And of course, the destroyer in 20. In Elbing, I have 2 infantry and 2 armor. In West Poland, I have 1 AA gun and 3 mechanized. In Hungary, I have 1 Hungarian. I have a German artillery and 3 German infantry. In Romania, here's the mess. I've got 3 Hungarian infantry and 1 artillery. I have 2 Romanian tanks, 1 Romanian fighter, 1 Romanian artillery, and I believe it's 6 infantry of the Romanian variety. We have, and we got some more Hungarian infantry here. We got 4 more Hungarian infantry. So I guess that's 7 Hungarian infantry altogether. And then we have, or is that Bulgarian? Oh, that's Bulgarian. So we got 4 Bulgarian infantry, 2 Bulgarian artillery, and then we've got also in there 3 AA guns and a major factory. We have 1 King Tiger tank. We have got 9 of the mechanized variety. We've got 4 artillery, and then we have 6 armor, German armor. Okay, I believe that is everything. Now let's just look at the cash. I don't think anything's really changed, but we'll just add it up here. So Germany starts at, oh boy, so many numbers. I believe it's 24. It is 24. Okay. So back we go. So it is 24 for Germany. All right. Sorry for the bad camera work. I'm using my phone because my camera's been... All right. So 24 just for Germany proper. Okay. Then we get 12 for the Axis minors. So that's 36. And then we have 37, 38, 39. And we have 40, 41, 42. Okay, so it's 42 over here. Then we have 44, 46. Plus 4 is 50, 51, 52. We get the Vichy territory. That's 3, so that's 55. And I believe that's all the stuff that is worth anything. So that's 55 for the Germans. And then we'll just go take a look at our NOs. And our NOs, looks like we're going to get $10. So +5 production if Germany controls Denmark, Oslo, Narvik, while Sweden is neutral or under Axis control. and +5 if Germany is not at war with the Soviet Union to represent peacetime trade. Okay, so there you go. That's another 10. So that's $65 I'll be collecting. And remember, I saved 2, so we're going to have $67 to spend next round. Okay, so 65 for the Germans. All right, so I will make those changes and get things ready, and then we're going to go try to... Holy cow, big mess over here. And we're going to have to deal with it because these Chinese, I tell you, they're causing grief. We'll be with you in just a moment. All right, so here we are. We got Japan's turn, and let's just get right into it. We got 53 bucks to spend, so we're going to spend 20 on an upgrade to a major factory. We got 24 bucks here because we got 6 units worth 4, so that's 44. And then we've got 9 bucks in infantry to make it a 53. So I'm saving nothing. Spend, spend, spend. All right, this is going to be a crazy round. Here we go. So we've got these guys moving in here, and we got 2 bombers moving 1, 2, 3. So they've got 4 spaces left thanks to the airfield. Here we've got these 4 fellas coming in, and then we've got all this stuff coming off the carriers. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about using the bombers in there, but I'm just going to use my carrier fighters in there. And then we've got everybody in here except for 1 fighter going into Kwai Chao. Over here, we got these 2 guys going 1, 2, because in this game, the mechs can tow artillery into there. And this veteran fighter is going in there as well. Here, this guy's coming up here, and this is an auto kill. And these 2 guys are going to join him in there, I think. Wait a second. No, he's not. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Erase, erase, erase. All right. So that's it for attacks. Very busy and some crucial attacks here. So let's just get things going here. Just got to check my stats on these guys here. I know when they are in... so a naval fighter... and naval torpedo bomber. Okay, so naval fighter is a 6, torpedo bomber is a 7, but because they're attacking land units, there is no target select, unfortunately. So we have 2 6s and 2 7s to start off there in Guangxi. All right, so we're going to just have the 2 6s and 2 7s. So the yellows are the 7s. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 hits, and there are 3 Chinese infantry. So they get to roll back at 4s. So here are their dice rolling back at 4s. 12, 12, and 4. So they did get 1 kill. We'll kill 1 Japanese infantry, of course. All right, put our Deadpool in the Bay of Bengal. All right, over here we have 2 at 8. We're going to start with that. So my 2 bombers at 8. Nice. Got a veteran infantry. Big miss. And a regular 2 infantry at 2. Okay, no joy. Okay, so he's got 3 coming back at 4. Uh-oh. 2 hits. Got 2 hits. I got 2 hits on him, but hope he doesn't get another hit here. So my 2 bombers at 8. Uh-oh. My veteran. No! And he rolls, gets a 10. Oh, we're lucky. The bombers, finally a 6. And he rolls back at an 8. Whew. I lost too many veteran infantry already this game. So we're going to take that. Get rid of these here now. All right, let's do the little ones here around. So we've got 2 at 3 and 1 at 8. So here we go. 2 at 3. And 1 at 8. Uh-oh. He's got 1 at 4. Oh, he got me. So I got 1 at 3. And 1 at 8. Okay, so I got him. Uh-oh. He got me. So he killed both my guys here. That's not good. So I don't get the territory back. But at least I got rid of that. So that's some good rolling by the Chinese. Let's hope that ends now. All right. So coming in here, I've got 4 veteran fighters at 8 and 1 tactical at 7. So we're going to have 4 at 8 and 1 at 7. So we got 1, 2, 3 hits. He's got 5 guys in there, so we got to keep going. So I got 3 hits. We'll put that up there, 3 hits. And now I have a tank. Japanese tanks only attack at a 5, but I do have the tactical. So he's going to attack at a 6. And then I've got 2 artillery at 3 and 2 infantry that are supported. So that'll be 4 at 3 and 1 at 6. So 4 at 3, 1 at 6. So we got 1 hit, 2 hits. So that's it. That's all 5 then, because we had 3 from before. So he gets 5 back at 4. Let's see what he does. All right. He did all right. Well, he's really putting the boots to me this round. All right. So there are another 2 dead Japanese, but all of these Chinese are gone. And just a moment for station identification. Okay, we're back, and I did a couple things there. Oh shoot, you're not filming. So that guy came up here and just took that from the communist Chinese. So that's ours now. We're just doing non-coms. So all these guys are going to go into Shahar. That's done. And all these planes have 3 spaces to go back. So I kind of like that spot though. So I think we're going to go back into there. So all the planes are there now. And all this stuff here is piled up in there. Oops, there we go. A tempting target for the Chinese. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 6 infantry and their fighter. And so yeah, they might do something there. These guys have 4 to go back because they went 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna head back to Shanghai. Just we gotta love that air base. That goes away. All of these fighters are gonna end up back on the carriers, and the carriers are going to move 1. They can move 3. 2, 3. So we're going to move these carriers. Actually, I don't think I want to go all that way. That's well, yeah, why not? We'll do that, but then, oh, I can't do that because then the planes can't land on them. 1, 2, so, we'll just, you know what? We're just going to stay there for now. We're not doing anything for a while, so. America's not going to be in the war for a while. We got to subdue the Chinese. So, and Axis and Alloys has done an amazing job with the Chinese. He's made some really good strategic attacks here. So he's kind of forcing me to use force, as it were, and not in the direction I wanted to. So yeah, a little annoying there. Now we're going to move this whole fleet up here. Battle wagon, 3 cruisers, sub. All right. And this stuff is all going to move here. And turn around, boys. Come on, get in the war. And, well, it's not a war yet, USA. I didn't declare war. I didn't declare war. Got that going on. And then we have the... Oops, sorry, got my thumb in the way there. We're going to go right there. Okay, so we're not adjacent to the North American coastline. And I've got 2 transports here, and I got 4 guys. Oh, the guy in Manchuria, he's going to go up there. And then these transports are going to move these guys over to Manchuria. Not a great use of Marines, but gives them something to do for now. And then these things here, we're going to go, this guy's going to go 1, 2 out to there. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3 to the Carolines. And this guy's going to go to there. And that is all. And you might be wondering why I haven't used these guys in Siam. I can't do any attacks from Siam, and I mean the destroyer we usually just keep there, because we're not at war with the UK. So once that happens, then we can have attacks come out of Siam. But until then, nothing doing. I believe that is all I wanted to do for my moves. I think so, yeah. Okay. All right, so time to put on my stuff here. So I'll take these 3 guys here. They're just going to go into Siam. That's pretty simple. I'm going to take my 2 fast movers, put them in Shanghai, and an artillery, and put it into Shanghai. So those 3 units. And then these 3 units here are going into Peking. There you go. And then the upgrade, where's the upgrade going? It's going in the only place I can put it, which is in Siam. All right. That away. All right, so let's just capture some territories here. And I didn't actually capture Shenxi because he killed all or both my guys before I got him. So what happens when you roll badly? All right. Gotta pick up my rolling game for the Japanese. It's been a little off. Done pretty well for the Italians though, but not so well for the Japanese. Got to get better. All right, so now we're gonna do our money here. So we start with 41, and here we go. 41, and Siam's worth 3, and Saigon's worth 3, and that's worth 1. So that's 7. So that's 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Okay, so 53 for the Japanese. We're not down any now that we were able to take back our 1 territory there. So it's 53, which is what we got last round, and it's what we're going to have next round because we didn't save anything. So 53 for the Japanese. And now I will go over the Japanese holdings. All right, so in Siam, I have 3 Japanese infantry, 3 Siamese infantry, 1 Siamese fighter, and 1 Siamese destroyer. In Yunnan, I have 1 veteran troop. In Guangxi, I have 3 infantry. In C-Zone 91, I have 1 transport. In C-Zone 106, I have 2 loaded carriers with naval fighters and torpedo bombers on them. I have 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, and 2 destroyers. In, I can't think of this one, Kwai Chau. So in Kwai Chau, I have 3 veteran infantry. I have 2 artillery, 1 regular infantry, and 1 tank. In Hunan, I have 5 veteran fighters and 1 tactical bomber. In Shanghai, I have 2 mechs and 1 artillery and 2 strategic bombers. In Shanxi, I have 1 mech. In Peking, I have 2 mechs, 1 artillery. In Shahar, I have 3 veteran infantry and 1 artillery. Northern Manchuria, 2 infantry. Manchuria, 2 SNLF, 1 artillery, and 1 infantry. And in C-Zone 124, I have 2 transports. Nothing on the main and the Japanese proper here, nothing. In Marianas, I have 1 Special Naval Landing Force and a transport. In the Carolines, ditto. Special Naval Landing Force and a transport. In the Marshall Islands, I have 1 coastal sub, which I'm actually going to move down here. Okay, so the coastal sub is here. Forgot about that little guy because he couldn't come over here. In C-Zone 121, we have got a big mess. We have got 3 cruisers, 1 battleship, 4 submarines, and 3 destroyers. Okay. In 132, we have 4 destroyers and 2 cruisers. In C-zone, sorry, man, I missed my camera. In 136, we have 2 Special Naval Landing Force and 1 transport. And that's $53 for the Japanese. No bonuses or anything, of course. And that is all she wrote. So, Axis and Alloys, you are up to a bat, buddy. And yeah, giving me fits. So hopefully I can kind of rein this in a bit. Good night. All right. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. And and I've got a sub in 74. He came down there last time, and he's staying there. He's got no... Or is he? Yeah, he's staying there. That's a good spot for him. What was I saying? I will try to remember to put a link to Axis and Alloys videos in mine. I'm terrible at linking stuff. Just if this was on Google Classroom, boy, I'd have you covered. But YouTube, for some reason, it just always skips my mind. So if I don't, leave me a little note. Hey, you forgot to link Axis. Sorry, got cut off there. Tell me, hey, you forgot to link Axis and Alloys. Yeah, bum. So I will then rectify the situation. All right, so this is Global War 1939. You've just seen the Pacific Theater, and earlier you saw the Italians and their attempt to try to salvage something here in Africa. Yeesh. And the Germans having to go beat up a British destroyer. And, of course, Romania. If it were an island, it'd be sinking right now. And then the Germans up north. The Russians with their monstrous army up here, ready to go and probably beat up the Finns, but we'll see. All right, some German subs up there. The Americans just waiting for the go. All right, well, thanks for watching, folks. Take care, hug your loved ones, tell your friends that you're thankful that they play these crazy games with you. And as always, may the dice be with you.